Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to use the adaptive cruise control and the infotainment system on the Volvo XC90, and also I'm going to be showing you all what all things you can do with the key. So here's the key and there are the buttons marked on the side. So the lock, unlock and the button to open the tailgate. Now when I long press the open button, you can see the windows, all four of them, roll down, and not even that, the fans inside the car also start up, so that in the summers you already have a car which has already been cooled or the air is recirculated. Now once you are done using that, simply press the lock button again, long press it till you see the windows rolling up, and that is what you can do with the key. Also, when you press the tailgate button, it will open the tailgate, and when you want to close it again, simply press the button again and it would close the tailgate. So the cruise control buttons are located on the left side of the steering wheel, and then when you press that, you can see that it's not available because I haven't put on my seat belt. So Volvos can be very particular about that, but there are options where you can select the adaptive cruise control and the pilot assist using these buttons itself. Now when you are at the desired speed, you can press the plus button, so it would set the speed, and when you want to reduce the speed, you can press the minus button. But the thing is that you can only go in a step of 5 kilometers and not individual 1 kilometer. So that may be very precisely, like if you are going at 120, then you have to be at 120, you can't be a kilometer under that. So you have to make sure that you are at the correct speed. And also there are these two buttons. Now these buttons are for the distance, to maintain the distance. So you can press that and you can see on my screen that it will show me the distance. So this will have more distance and this will reduce the distance, and so using these buttons you can use the adaptive cruise control. Now in case you don't want to use the adaptive cruise control and just want to use the normal cruise control, then what you can do is you can go on the screen, swipe it on the left, and then there is an option called as cruise control. When you press that, it shows you that cruise control without adaptation to other cars. So this will now be a normal cruise control when you switch it on, so or when you press it again. Or if you want to switch that and switch to the adaptive cruise control, you press this button again and you switch to adaptive cruise control, as you saw the notification. Now what is the pilot assist? So when you put on the adaptive cruise control, it would also make sure that the car stays in the lane by correcting the steering wheel, and it works perfectly fine, although you still have to put your hands on the steering wheel and make sure you keep giving the input. It's just that in case you tend to go away from the lane, then it would automatically put you in the lane. So there is a lane keep assist also. So the infotainment screen on the Volvo XC90 is a 9-inch big beautiful display and very clear display. So these are the menu options. These are like the widgets in front of you. This is like the latest widget for the options that you have used in the recent past. And the first option is the navigation. So when I press that, you can see the maps and they are very smooth. You can switch on to the 3D mode. You can also switch on the full screen mode, although this at the bottom is your air conditioning control, so that will always stay. This is like a dedicated space for the air conditioning controls. And then when you want to input something, you can input in the set destination, and then there are various options where you can have shortcuts like shopping, lodging, streets, cities, everything inbuilt. And then once you are done using that, you can go back, and then there is a Bluetooth, or this is your infotainment control system. So you can switch from different Bluetooth devices, there is also a library, there is also the FM option that you can switch on from here, there is manual tuning, there is also, you can go back to the Bluetooth and it will show you the devices that are connected out here, and you can go to the connecting phone option. So when the phone is connected, which is my phone, you can see out here, so when the phone is connected, it would also show me the contacts, the recent phone calls, the keypad, and also to change other phones if I want to. And then this is like a main button, so if you want to come to the menu from anywhere inside the infotainment system, simply press this button and then you will see the main screen. It keeps giving me hints that there are more options on both the sides. So this is what I told you was the other widget, which keeps changing all the time depending on the latest option that you use. So this is currently my sound option, so you can access these sound options from different places, which I'll be showing you all, but there are like 4 different settings. We swipe to the left and then we see more options out here. So these are your other shortcut options directly that you can press like buttons. So this is your traction control button, this is your lane keep assist, this is your parking assist, this is your cross traffic alert. So if there is any car that is coming from behind and you don't see that, it will alert you for that. This is the distance alert, which will show you even on your heads up display. Then this is the start stop button, then heads up display, you can adjust using this option. There is parking and park out, so this car can automatically park itself into a parking slot. Although I tried doing that out here, but then it was a little bit dodgy because it was somehow not able to figure out where to put the car exactly into the box. It's probably just that it needs a more refinement when it comes to UAE, but otherwise I'm pretty sure this option works really well. Then there is the camera option. You can go to the 360, extremely gorgeous 360-degree camera system that you can see crystal clear display out here on the screen. Then there is this headrest fold option, so when you press that, the headrest in the middle row of seat automatically fold down. Yes, and in case you want more visibility, this is for that. Then there is a heads up display if you want to keep it on or off. Then there is blind spot warning system. Then there is the road sign information, again for the heads up display. When you are switching it on, you want the information about the road sign. Then there is cruise control, and this is the option which I showed before, like the normal cruise control or the adaptive cruise control, if you want to switch to that. So if you want to adjust the passenger seat from the driver seat, you can press this option, and then now when I press the driver seat options, you can see it will change the passenger's seat option for me. The cornering lights, and then there are also active bending lights. If you want the cornering lights and the active bending lights to be on, you can switch it on from here or switch it off. Then there is wiper service position, so it would put the wiper in the straight position so that you can replace it. There is also collision avoidance assistance, so in case there is a car which suddenly brakes in front of you, then the car would automatically brake it for you. So this is the one side of the options, which is called as the car functions. Now when I swipe to the right, there are more options, which is called as the applications bit. So this has your FM, your radio stations, your CD player, your Bluetooth, USB, iPod, all of that you can switch from here. And then the sound experience, which is again your sound options, which we went from in the starting widgets at the bottom, which was there. Let me show you. This was the option, so you can access it from here also. Then there are messages, if there are any from your car or anything, if there are any errors, all of that will show here. There is also car status, where it will show you the messages, again the status. There's also tire pressure monitoring system, and also the service history about the car. And then there is a driver performance chart, so you can see all of that. You can set the preference, the graph and everything, and also you can see how well you're doing in terms of fuel consumption. And also there is a Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that you can switch on from here when you connect the mobile devices. So that is one option out here. And now we move on. This is the main center display. So if you are into this option and if you press this button, it automatically gets you into the main screen. And again, when you are in this screen, if you press that button, it gets you into the main screen again. Now there is one more drop down menu options from here. So when you press that, there is a digital owner's manual and the driving profile. If you ever set your own driver's profile, it would be saved out here. And then there are finer settings. This is the extensive bit where you can pretty much fine tune all the settings on your car. So my car, where you have the displays, so these displays are for the display themes for the driver's display out here in the center screen. And also if you go inside, it would show me the dial options. If I want the dial options to be glass, minimalistic, performance, or chrome rings, and also the brightness to it. And then I go back, and then there is driver's information, which is in the center screen. Whatever information I want, I can either choose to show nothing, I can show the current media, or I can show the maps. When I switch on to the maps, it shows me the map in the middle of the screen. And when I go back, there is also heads up display option. Again, you can show navigation, you can choose to see what information you want from the heads up display, which is out here. So you can set a lot of options from here. Again, choose to show your phone options, also the heads up calibration if you want to do. Now we go back and we move to the IntelliSafe system, which is the safety system on this Volvo. So you can have the city safety warnings, the collision warning, the lane keep assist, the road sign detection, and driver alert if the driver so if your driving conditions deteriorates, then it will keep showing you on the screen itself and also on the main dashboard that it's not safe. And there is also individual drive mode that you can customize to have all your presets, your driver display, your steering force, your power characteristics, and the brake characteristics. And so whenever you start the car, this will be like your private sort of options. And then there is light option for exterior lights. You can have active high beam timing, home safety time light, so the lights which would stay on when you lock or unlock the car, and then welcome lights again, then triple flashing indicator. Then interior lights, you can have the ambient light intensity, the ambient light levels, and interior mood light intensity, all of that you can do. And there are also more options out here to choose the color temperature of your light. So you can have different colors like the green, blue, and all of that. They are all across in the cabin around, so that will be more visible at night. And next we move on to the mirrors and the convenience. So you can have the external side mirrors that you want them to tilt while reversing, so you can have both, or passenger, driver, or off. Then also the rear view dimming options, how much you want to, what intensity you want the dimming to happen in the rear view mirror. And then there is locking options for your doors and everything, and auto lock when you park the car and you are walking away from it. Next is the parking brake and suspension. So it would automatically apply the parking brakes when the car is put in the park mode, or when you shut off the engine. Basically, there is also the wiper adjustment settings which you can do to change your wiper. So this is the detailed sort of menu options that you can do to customize everything that you see on the car. Then there is again the sound option which we went before, so you can do more fine tuning out here where you want the sound to blast from, the treble, bass, and subwoofer, and all of the settings, the system volumes. There's also navigation systems that you can change all the settings from here. So you can change the settings to show speed cameras for you, the point of interest, and all of that on the maps itself. There is also route guidance that you can do all the various bits out here, the voice guidance, the default tone for all the warnings, and also different suggestions and route learning so that the car adapts to your driving style and knows where you are going every single time. There's also traffic warnings out here. There is also media controls where you can change the FM settings to show you different information. There is also video, so when you put the CD in the DVD player, it would show all these options. That is for that one. And then there is communication when you connect your phone, so Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, everything, how it starts when you connect it. So There's also phone options, so you know what ringtones you want. There's also Wi-Fi, so this car would connect to the hotspot from your phone itself, and then you can also have car Wi-Fi hotspot, so you can give internet to the passengers in the car itself. There's also climate control, so you can change all the auto driver heat, seating level. There's passenger, there's third row climate, there's quality sensor, there's also auto rear defroster, there's recirculation timer and all of that, so you can change all the settings from your, and also the main systems like your driver profiles, date and time, system language and units, where you want the different bits like your fuel consumption and all, in what units you want to see them. You can change that also from here. And then there is the voice control settings that you can change. There is also the privacy and data. There's factory reset and system information that you want from the car itself. So right now it shows me the total storage and the available storage on this car itself, and that is the VIN number of the car. So that is it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if this video was helpful in understanding the adaptive cruise control and the infotainment system on the Volvo XC90. Now if you want to subscribe to my channel, then you can click here, and if you want to watch more videos, then click here. I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye and take care.